Hello. It is January 3rd. It's a Wednesday. I got home from teaching a little early. I have band practice later. I think it's day 325. I feel more like doing a check-in video than playing a song for some reason. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see. There's my piano, though. So, lots of feelings lately. I think I'm coming up on the last 40 days and nights, which for some reason felt meaningful to me. That's very soon. I have a cold I'm getting over. Actually, I don't have it anymore, but it's like, I don't know, it's cold out. I've been in and out shoveling off my car a lot. I watered my plants yesterday. I have a lot of plants. I miss simple things lately. That's been a big theme I've been thinking about. Some people I know and love are going through some hard times, and also some people distant from me are going through hard times, and that always causes me to kind of reflect on the meaning of any of my more frivolous dreams or hopes. I think we all have a lot of frivolous dreams and hopes. I think we've been conditioned to have a lot of frivolous dreams and hopes. I'm not saying I want to return to an era where you just are born and then you work hard and then you care for others, care for yourself, work yourself to the bone, and then die. Like, I'm not saying I want that. I'm just saying, like, I think sometimes I just feel like we're the bad guys. You know, like being American, having all my needs met, basically. Yeah, we work hard. Like, I work hard. I work very hard, but I do a lot of it towards my more frivolous dreams and hopes, like making music and touring. And I always say touring like I do it so much. I've barely done it, but I would like to do it more. And so, yeah. And I have people, one of my favorite bands ever is coming to play at my house in 9 days. And these are like dreams of mine coming true. So these are, I don't know. I know people who have depression say that it's hard to feel happy for those types of good things happening in your life when there's so much pain in the world. And I feel like I've been able to avoid that outlook by spending a lot of time focusing on my own issues, which are something I have control over for the most part. So whether it's, getting help if I've needed help in the past, especially when I was younger, healing from some trauma stuff, I have a pretty loud prayer life, I guess you could say. It's kind of like prayer. I don't know. But obviously I think these songs are coming from somewhere else. I mean, maybe I'm just saying anything that pops in my head, but I don't understand why I'd be able to rhyme so easily when I don't even know what I'm going to say next. So it feels sometimes completely mundane and sometimes sacred to me to be doing this. I'm looking forward to it being done. Honest truth about this challenge. Maybe you are too. Especially if you're someone who knows me well outside of this challenge. And you're like, oh gosh, that has to be talked about. Although, to be honest, those of you who love me are fairly strong people, because a lot of you, whether or not you think you should bring it up, most of you don't. So, as I've posted on my Facebook before, I appreciate that those who may have complicated feelings about me doing this choose to be silent rather than make me talk about them in a negative way. I'd rather have silence than judgment and confusing thoughts put in my head about what this is I'm doing. I'm coming up on the 1 year. My tummy grumbled. the 1 year anniversary of when I announced this. I think this is around the time of year when I decided to do it, but I announced it on good old, I can't give him a nickname. I really loathe his choices in life. So he who shall not be named, who is running our country. And that those quotes can go for a lot of reasons. And I felt that people like him shouldn't be the only ones being louder in the world right now and having a voice. So I don't know. I feel like I started this specifically to counteract all the garbage that he was pummeling into the airwaves. And I know that my thoughts and my feelings are way more humanity-loving than his are. And I hate having said that because that makes me feel gross. Like, ew. Because maybe I don't. Maybe I just want to float up into the sky like a cloud and be done with all of it sometimes. I don't know. Like, there's a helplessness and a hopelessness that comes with not being able to do much for people who are not doing well. And I feel like I've been lucky enough to find some ground underneath my feet. And some people I know who lived through similar things that I've lived through haven't found ground underneath their feet. And maybe it's because I'm older than them, but maybe it's also just random luck. I don't know. Deep thoughts. At least to me. I mean, they're not like, hey, let's go study this in a philosophy class in college. Sorry, defensiveness. Useless here. This is my channel. Go away. If you're judging me. Anyway. Or stay. I don't really care. I don't know. But, I do recommend for anyone who chooses to be judgmental in this life, whatever it is that you are critical of, I highly recommend you try to do it yourself and then see if you feel critical. I feel this way even, this thought came in my head today because of somebody who posted that they loved the new Star Wars movie, which I also loved. I thought it was cute and fun and interesting and, it's just fun and interesting to me and weird and bizarre, like an alternate reality to see people spend a lot of their life energy complaining that some multi-million-dollar entertainment industry machine that makes movies like Star Wars isn't doing it to their liking. It's like, I just want to, well, you go try to please billions of people. Like, it can't be done. I hate to tell you. That's partly how I became... Hi. Okay. So, yeah, my phone holds about 8 minutes worth of stuff now, so those 20-minute check-in videos are a thing of the past, unless I splice them together like I'm about to with this one. So, back to not playing yet. Oh, I messed up my wrist. I don't want to talk about that in a check-in video. Anyway, it's depressing. What else? There's my Christmas tree. Gotta take it down soon. It'll be the shortest I've ever had one up on a year that I've had one up. We put it up really late. And yeah, I want to take it down before the Breathe Owl Breathe show here. So that we can use this room. It's just going to be me playing up here in our living room. Sans tree. And then they'll play in the basement where our house shows also are. And... yeah, it'll be lovely. It's next Friday. That's me being in shock. And then we have cloud light shows coming up too. Next Saturday at Unruly. It's like our warm-up show because we have a local showcase at Pyramid Scheme that we have had in the works for a long time. We're really excited about that. That's the following weekend. It's a Friday, January 19th. Got some cool stuff coming up in Kalamazoo, March 24th. Both Cloudlight and Jessica and the Rainbow will be at Rancho Unicorno. That's exciting in Kalamazoo. And, well, to me, it's exciting. I don't know. I don't know what's exciting to you. I don't know if this is just full-blown narcissism and if it's exciting at all to watch somebody else's career. I was talking with someone today about the music industry in general. And how it's been built on the backs of like 99.9% of people like me who can't even, like I couldn't pay one bill with the amount that I make from music as a performer, just as a teacher. So as a teacher, passing on my skills, yes. But it's kind of interesting because I don't believe that we spent 20 plus years of our lives learning skills just so we could immediately turn around and pass them on. Like, I believe we're supposed to be performing if we spent 20 plus years getting all these skills. Like, I've been doing this since I was in elementary school, and I went to a music conservatory, and like, I should be playing. But in this day and age, that's not how you make money. So it's not to complain. It's meant to say, I think a lot of people think I'm really happy and positive. I don't know. Maybe people don't think that anymore when they listen to my songs. But, like, it's more just like I'm resigned. It's like my own version of grumpy old man syndrome. Like, you might as well be Muppety and happy and Mr. Rogersy and find the joy and the goodness in the world. Because really, the last 100 years for the music industry, pretty much ever since recorded music, like, musicians are pretty much out of a job. Because, like, bars and restaurants, like, they can just play, the radio. And, like, their patrons might even be happier than having, like, live musicians there who may or may not be trained enough. But in the old days, the whole world was full of musicians because every town everywhere needed to have, music and entertainment. Same with theater, and now there's movies. And it's like, it's hard to be part of an industry. No, I'm kidding. It's hard to be part of a field that I know people want and love and need, and they want the connection, and I think people actually want the real human experience. Like, when I went to the House Show Festival in Grand Rapids, Lamplight Music Festival, I was just blown away by the intimacy in rooms with total strangers. And I say intimacy, and I know that's a weird word to say something like that about, but it really feels intimate. Like, when we have people over at our house show, it feels intimate. I feel like those are my new best friends for that night. Or like family, actually, more than friends. They feel like family for that night. And then some of them come back to another one. And those are our family. And that's how I feel at Lamplight Music Festival. That's how I feel at most house shows that have a warm vibe and not like a party vibe. I don't really like those. No offense if you do. If you like ones that feel like wild and get drunk kind of stuff, like, more power to you. But, like, that's not what ours are. Ours are chill and feelingsy. Sorry, I had a piece of rice in my teeth. Because I'm going to use one of these 8 minutes to talk about rice in my teeth. Oh my gosh. You want to see our stockings? They're cute. We thrifted. There's Brian's. Brian asked if the cat could be his, and I said no. But this year, without even telling him, I decided this cat stocking was his. I don't think we put anything in them. No, we didn't. And then the stuck, I guess, is mine. But we thrifted them. We thrifted almost everything on here except for all the ornaments that were given to me by my students. Like that one. I like that one. Life without piano would be flat. And this one's my favorite. I had this one before I even had a tree. I got it right after a really crazy hard time in my life and had almost nothing to hold on to. And tiny comforts. I tell you, people, tiny comforts. Find tiny comforts. A friend of mine validated that for me recently. I thought I made it up after the election. Oh, no, I'm kidding. But after that, I was like, I got really depressed, and it kind of changed me. And Brian helped me kind of focus on some tiny comforts. I think I've said this in a check-in video before, but like soft pretzels are kind of my thing. And this one's nice. Yeah. Anyway, tiny comforts. What was I saying that about? Something about this snowman. No. Oh, this owl. Yeah. And so I was like really depressed. I used to do shopping therapy. I don't really do that anymore, but I would just get myself some tiny little thing. And that would make me feel better temporarily. Don't ever let anybody belittle the ways that you keep yourself sane or feeling okay about being alive. Because life is really freaking hard. And if anyone tells you otherwise, then they're probably privileged. And if you're like me, I was both privileged and had things to work through. So, yeah. So, yeah, I guess this isn't much of a check-in on the challenge, but I don't know. I think I talked about the challenge a little bit. So in closing, you should do a challenge like this, I think. Maybe not every day for a year, but 30 days, highly recommended. Or once a week for a month. I don't know. I mean, I started these challenges a long time ago with FOM 5090. They're useful. Oh, but I'm doing a check-in video now because I'm about to go into a more reclusive period of this challenge, because I've been talking a lot before and after my songs and putting a lot of pressure on myself to, which is ridiculous because you probably don't even like this part of these videos, but putting a lot of pressure on myself to be all myself on these videos, like sharing as much as I can, and like I need to have a phase where I just focus more on myself and my own writing and my own feelings and not worry so much about what you guys think of it, which might mean fewer Instagram clips, and it might mean, I don't know. But it's the final 40 days and nights, and I don't know, that feels biblical, feels meaningful somehow. So I feel like I need to really go inward and reflect a lot for this last portion of the challenge. Especially because I'm about to do a new challenge, but that I'll talk more about that later. I did talk about it in a previous check-in video, around minute 11 of a check-in video, I think in the high 200s. But I am doing another challenge next year. Not right away. I'm pretty close. Anyway, I'm supposed to be having cloud light practice really soon, but Brian's not home. And Mac's waiting to come over. Anyway, I'm over there. Hey, 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I guess I have more than 8 minutes of room on my phone. Well, hope you have a lovely day. Happy January 3rd, and talk to you later. Bye.